talking about the song.
Okay. Uh, Mr. Itai Shumba, we're here. You're working on a song, you and your team, and we'd just like to know what you're actually trying to do with this song. What is this song about? Well,
Yeah, the song basically, we are just trying to create an awareness that there is a huge gap between the urban lifestyle and the rural lifestyle in terms of school children, and it's everywhere, whether in Africa, Europe, America, or any part of this world. So that's the kind of awareness that we are trying to conscientize people and to make sure that they also play a role in helping to develop the minds of these poor kids. So that's basically what I can say about the song.
okay, you said the song is about creating an awareness. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you said that there's a big difference between schools in rural areas, children in rural areas, and children in urban areas. So are you trying to say that in urban areas there are no children who are underprivileged, or what's the difference? Can you just highlight and just
No,
make that a bit clear?
yes, you say there is children that are underprivileged in urban areas. Like, for instance, I want to give you an example. I wouldn't want to say my son is, or my children, they are privileged. You know, I'm just like any other ordinary citizen. I struggle to make a living, and I do sometimes actually work to just put bread on my table. And my kids also struggle to also get their tuition for the school. But to be quite honest, what my kids are privileged to have, it's not what the rural communal kids have. You know, it's totally different. We are living on two different worlds that are totally apart, and the challenges are just different. So it's not something that we can say they are in the same basket. No, they are in two different baskets. The baskets are totally different. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong term to say baskets, but I'm just trying to use a figurative language to say they're actually in a different setting. So, yes, there is a big difference between underprivileged kids in the urban area and the underprivileged kids in the communal area.
Yeah, okay, I understand now. Now, right now, I'd like to get a little bit more personal with you, because a lot of people don't know you. Maybe some of the other people have seen your donations, they've seen your work, but they don't actually know where you're coming from. Who is Itai Shumba? Can you just brief us on that? Who are you? Where are you from? What is your vision? Where did you start? Where are you coming from?
Yeah, I don't want to say it's not more about who I am, because the project is not about me. Because if I'm gone tomorrow, then does it mean the project is dead? No. So yes, okay, I would introduce myself and tell you who I am, just only as a person who initiated the project. And I don't want the project to be aligned to my name, okay? Because there is quite a number of things that hinders if something is aligned to a personal name. But okay, just to be precise on your question, I'm just a humble child that was born in a family of 4, and I happen to be the eldest son of my father. And my father, he worked for the Zimbabwean government, and we lived a fair life. But you know, with challenges of life, we face different kind of things. But I happened to also experience a bit of a rural life when, especially after my father passed away, and we had some challenges. I saw the challenges that the rural kids had. And just imagine, I came from a Group A school in an urban area, and I went to a communal school.
Right.
And you can actually see the differences. This is how I later on, just before I finished my ordinary level in a rural setting, I spoke to some of my friends that I saw the challenges that they were going through. And I actually promised that I was going to help this school because I saw the challenges that rural kids had. And I knew personally that in future I will be in a position to help. That's what's actually motivated me to start this project.
So how old were you at that time when you said you would help the school?
I was actually 17.
All right.
I was 17, but though I was 17 and I was attending in a rural school, I was actually living a different lifestyle. And I want to tell you, I was the only person who could speak English fluently in that school. So I can actually say I was actually at a better position than most of the students that were there.
Okay, so we can actually say that you were inspired by the struggles you faced growing up to start this project, so that we can call that your inspiration.
Yes, partly. Yes, it did play a big role. Apart from that, there is an incident when we were still struggling. A certain guy helped me, and during the discussion with that person, he later on realized that I was actually a son of a guy who helped him in his life to attain something, and that guy, he was so happy to assist me. So I think what my father did to him actually helped him to help me more, because he was also happy with what my father did to him. So from there I understood that if you do something for someone, you are actually helping yourself by helping someone.
Okay, all right. So now let's just put more depth to this interview. Let's talk about Muono Project. What is Muono Project? What is your goals with Muono Project? What does it cater for? What does it do? What is it about?
Basically, Muono Project is it's a simple project that is inexpensive, but that requires a lot of sacrifice. Let me start by explaining what it means to say Muono Project. Muono is a vernacular Karanga name, a word that means vision or perceptions.
Okay.
So I decided to call this project Muono Project because I want to focus on visions that most of the underprivileged communities have. We need to look into the vision that they have. We need to look into what they dream to have in future, and then see if maybe we can try to help to see that dream is achieved. Now, for instance, let's say we might be having good inventors who can invent a good machine, but they are not discovered because they are somewhere in the jungle where no one knows that there is a brilliant brain.
All right.
But if we interact with them, try to bring something that highlights or that showcase their talents, we may actually be having another Bill Gates.
Right.
You know, we may be actually having another Einstein there. So I think it is high time we now start to invest in the untapped knowledge of the undiscovered world of underprivileged kids.
All right. So recently, what is Muono actually doing in schools to make sure those dreams come true? What projects are you working on? What are you doing? What are the works of Muono recently?
Okay.
Right now?
what we've been doing, or if I say we've been doing, it will always appear as if we are now a big team. Okay, let me say what I have been doing is I've been going to schools that don't have electricity at all and try to use my experience in electrical work to electrify the schools. And we have managed to do two classrooms in two different schools. So it has been a good thing because now that those two schools have got electricity. And it's something that they had never seen since the attaining of independence in Zimbabwe. So I think it is quite imperative to look into those things. And then we embarked on trying to get water reservoirs in schools because there are so many challenges that Zimbabwe faces. For instance, in 2008, there was a huge outbreak of cholera. And you know, cholera always strives when there is no clean source of water.
Yes.
But if we actually can capture water, reserve it, and make sure that kids, when they come to school, they've got clean running water, then it's immaculate, you know. Because you need to understand, at schools, that's where all kids from different homes meet. And that's the primary place where diseases can be spread very fast. So we have embarked on this, and we've got a village camp that we are building in the Midlands.
Right.
And the concept behind the village camp is I want to make sure that we have got a centralized controlled system whereby we know whatever resources that we have, they are channeled to the center. It might be computers, it might be whatever it is channeled to one center, and that center becomes the administration point of the project. And at the same time, it allows that even if we, like in future, we are planning that we will have an exchange program whereby we can invite students from different continents to come and spend a week or 2 weeks and getting involved with local kids around so that they can exchange ideas and knowledge. So that's basically what we are doing at the present moment.
Okay, so what is your comment on the progress you are making? Is it making effect? Looking at the children you are helping, can you see the fruits? Can you see the effect? Well,
yeah, you know, it is very difficult to say from a project. If you invest in a project, this is not a business proposal. You know, if it was a business proposal, I'll tell you, since when we embarked onto this project, then we are already beginning to see the results of the project because we had a stipulated goal from here to there. But you know, you're investing in knowledge. You're not investing in a business proposal. And I'm not trying to take away the idea that we need to see results, okay? But I just want us to be aware that when you're investing in brains, it's not something that you want to see the results next year, okay?
Right.
It's a long-term process. Just like when you send your children to school, you don't expect them the moment that they go to preschool, they come out with being graduates, you know?
Right.
So we are not exceptional. But what we are simply saying is there is attainable results. I've seen from the schools that we have already began working on, I've seen kids that have gone to advanced level. So it means it has played a role. I've seen from the prizes that we have been giving, I've seen some of the kids that were actually motivated in being successful in sports. So like for instance, there is a girl from one of the schools that actually went and represented Zimbabwe in 5,000 meters in Botswana this year. So those are success That's a success. So we need to celebrate it. It's not something that we can just say, okay, let's not celebrate it. We need to celebrate that.
All right. Actually, I heard you say that there's a school that you are aiding right now. How do you pick these schools?